Um, I know that if our relationship don't last, I'm gonna be real upset. Only because like I was at a certain place in life and I made big moves, like I made real sudden changes to make it work. More like resentment versus upset, like, but you know what I mean, like I'm gonna be real resentful. I don't know if he is, but I'm gonna be very resentful. But at the same time, like I'm learning from the situation. I was in New York. I was a full-time student studying science and business, trying to get my associate's degree. And I was up to my fourth semester. But unfortunately, when I enrolled, I wanted to take 5 classes because I already looked at my roster for the classes. I already noticed that, oh shit, if I take 5, I can finish on time. If I take 5 classes, I can finish on time. But my academic advisor at the time, she was like, no, 5 classes is too much. You should take 4 or 2 or some shit like that. I was like, okay. First semester, aced it. Like, actually, there was one D, one annoying ass D. And this was an annoying ass D because I attended almost every day. Like, I attended almost every day. There was one time I came to Baltimore to visit family and I tried to make it back on time and I couldn't attend the Zoom class on time. But other than that, I attended almost every day. There was like maybe 2 or 3 absences, barely any latenesses. I was always one of the first ones on there. But all my assignments were submitted, and then my instructor, when she gave me the D, when she gave me the D, she talking about, oh, you missed like 2 assignments or some shit, and she named them, and I'm like, to my knowledge, I already sent you one or posted one of them. So even if I missed one assignment, I don't think it's that big of a deal to where I couldn't get an A, B, or C. You gave me a D? Like, fuck out of here. She was a Latina. She was a one of those. When it came time to present and shit, the Zoom was coming in and out. It was a hot ass mess. First semester, I think I had 2 Zoom classes and one class. No, I think I had one Zoom class, one in person class, and 2 online classes. My 2 online classes was perfect. The in person class, it was macroeconomics. It was cool. Like I passed that too, but her class, I would have passed it had she passed me, but she didn't want to pass me. She gave me a D. She talking about the Zoom graded me. I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay. I wanted to fight it so bad because it was my first semester. I'm still feeling shit out. I never took a Zoom class before. My kids was taking Zoom during coronavirus. Maybe that's why the Zoom graded me the way they graded me, which was hypocritical of the school for not analyzing my grades before the bitch submitted my final grade. I'm like, okay. Now, by school started in September. By October, I was already a work study. I wanted to keep my mind going, like stay focused and all this extra shit. So I was a work study. I was in the admissions office. The job was easy, no stress. Everyone's an adult. So now everybody's on your back about shit. There's certain specific tasks Your supervisor will let you know, blah 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 blah. It was good first semester. Um, you start noticing people's true colors and shit, but you don't want to pay it no mind. You're an adult, you're making money, you're going to school. The commute is stressful enough, little shit like that. I'm from the Bronx. I live in the Bronx. I lived in the Bronx at the time, and then I had to commute all the way to Wall Street. So yeah, it's like almost an hour commute or whatever. 45 minutes to an hour, depending if the train is on express or not. It's not easy traveling to Wall Street, but that's neither here nor there. I enjoyed it for the most part. I enjoyed the experience for the most part, but then motherfuckers started lacking. Okay. Um, After first semester, the second semester was a little different. The Zoom classes wasn't doing that much. Actually, I could actually stay on and view the instructor and view what the fuck the instructor's teaching. Is not going in and out like it used to be. First semester, I realized she can control that shit. Like on her end, she could screen share. She can mute you. She can do whatever the fuck she want and just blame Zoom. But now second semester, it's all making sense, and I'm still pissed off about this D. All my grades was fine. Third semester, I started slipping a little bit. Um, Summer semester, and I got an F for computer applications. Why? I wasn't understanding it at first. I thought I submitted. uh, Well, I wasn't understanding it at first. But then like when I did get to read all the assignments, um, there were some I submitted late, and obviously the teacher was pissed off at me. She gave me an F. But by like week 6, I started submitting all previous assignments, and I thought that it wasn't going to be a big deal. It's computer applications. It's an online course, and all this extra shit. It wouldn't be that big of a deal, but obviously it was. She claimed I didn't take my final or submit it or whatever the fuck, whatever. But she gave me an F. I don't think she needed to give me an F. She could have gave me the D. If I was failing, but I don't know. I was annoyed by that too. So I had to retake that class along with another class, which was accounting. The accounting instructor also gave me an F, um, because I failed the quizzes. Like, I didn't really pass the quizzes. I got low grades on the quizzes. And he was actually professional enough to let me know that I needed to re-register the following semester if I wanted to pass the course. I'm like, okay, because most of the work I still had. So if it was going to be the same work he was going to post, then I had time to study that if I didn't understand it and maybe like try to up my grade, right? So accounting wasn't that bad to retake. That semester that I retook those 2 courses, the instructor for computer applications, I was gonna say that bitch, but I'm chill out. I actually did all the assignments, and she still had a complaint. Talking about, did you change? Did you make the certain changes that I asked you to make? No, boo boo. Your class ain't like that. Your class ain't built like that. It's computer applications. It's do the fucking work and that's it. Submit the final and that's it. You give a grade and that's it. But the bitch want to be extra. The bitch want to be extra due to the fact that there was some conversations where I'm like, do I need to go higher? Like, do I need to contact someone higher than you? Like, but she didn't like that, and then she thought I forgot about that. So then she used the opportunity to give me my final grade to kind of stab. That's what she did. To kind of slight. That's what she did. I've been trying to fight that. I've been trying to like have the school revisit those grades and shit like that. They're not trying to do that. Why? Because they broke and they cheap. If they let that bitch go, they might not find no one that can teach computer applications online. That's not even how far I want to take it. I just want them to review my grades and realize that's not the appropriate grade she needs to give me. She decided to give me a D. And if my accounting instructor gave me a D, this bitch didn't need to give me a D. Why? Because her class wasn't that hard. Her class wasn't that difficult. His class actually was. Learning accounting is very difficult. It's very stressful if you don't understand it. And I understood why he gave me a D. I barely passed my courses, but because he knew I took it before, he knew the difference in my grades, and he knew that I was busting my ass to get a good grade. Now you can tell. A good teacher can tell. A good teacher can notice progress. So I'm very grateful for that. But I'm like, if he gave me a D, why did this bitch give me a D? Or try to give me an F or whatever the case was. I'm like, it should not be like that. I should have got a good grade because I actually submitted everything. Then there was another course that I got an incomplete. I spoke to that instructor, and the instructor was decent enough to change my grade into a C. Because he was like, well, you have until week 6 of the following semester to submit certain shit, and or you have the option to have me change the grade now. So I'm like, nah, change the grade now because I need this transcript to go in to the new school, and I can't do a D. Like, I did good. Like, all my grades was good, so how the fuck did I get an I? I feel like 2 weeks prior to the final, had you gave me a grade, I would have realized the potential of my next assignment, and I couldn't get that vibe because you didn't grade my shit on time. So it's like, work with me, I work with you, you know? So that was done. But this bitch didn't want to change my grade. Every other instructor in the email was able to really explain why I received the grade, and everything made sense minus hers. Her little excuse.